Today, I thought we'd look at XRP USDT on the Binance Exchange. What's up, everybody? M Novo coming at you with another one. So I was at work, a buddy of mine was talking about crypto, and he mentioned Ripple, which is likely going to be the next one pushed forward on the upcoming rally. And I thought we would play with some Gann fans and see if we can find some sort of resonance. So what I've created here is this is 0 and this is 0 origin. So day 1, so to speak. And we will make a Gann fan and see if we can line it up and find future resonance. So in order to do that, we got to really zoom in because I'm a bit nitpicky with how I want this formed. And we will go to day 1, which is May 4th, 2018. Make a note. And on the daily, that is minus 1339. So we want to project 100 days into the future, according to Gann. 1 point per day is where we start off with as we look for vibration. So that would be minus 100, or we're adding 100, which makes us 1239. Okay. And the low point, as this is the Garden of Eden, is 0. And 1 point per day would put this at $1 if we were using cents. And this will be our master timeline here. And we're looking for resonance, and I can already see like some cycles are being found, right? So what cycle have we got? This looks slightly off. I don't know. It's like half a cent or something. We'll call that June 22nd, 2019. And we've got another hit here. May 16, 2019. And just for giggles, it's not related, but we're going to look at a day count. From there to there. 37 days. I wonder. There is. Just want to bring it to 37. Kind of quiet there. Let's double that. Yeah. It's kind of lined up here, but this, I mean, we're in the pennies and it's kind of noisy. I thought maybe something would show. We'd have to project that into the future. But you can see that this gap looks like it's being represented a few times here, right? So you can go on and look for cycles with regards to that. So that's just a little tidbit for the future. Now we're going to I'm going to project this 200 days. So instead of 1 point per day, it'll be half a point. And that would put us at around 200 days. And we can see that we're still getting resonance. Okay, let's look into the future. Well, into the future from here. And that seems to be pretty good too. All right, let's just go back to the standard 100 days, back to 1 point per day. And I'm going to clone this. There we are. And I want to reverse this. I want to create a downward pointing fan that we're going to line up with the top. So that would be, this would be $1. This would be 0. We'll get a mirror image of origin. And I'm just going to zoom in real tight. Actually, I'm going to turn this indicator off. Zoom in. And we can see that this spike went all the way up to here. And it looks like 150. 50, and that means $1 below will be 50. Just a smidge off, but we're splitting hairs now. Okay, now what kind of resonance do we have here now? Oh, I forgot to mention, there is no log scale in Gann. There is a cycle. There's a hit again. There's a hit again. So there's some relationship there. If we look off into the future, you can see how this price action is responding to that. This is just a price level. What is that? 44. Interesting. 44 is a cycle ending number. Let's just make that an even 44. And you may want to do a day count as to when we break through to when we break through to the upside, etc. Okay, and even off into the future, we can see, the drop, blah, blah, blah. Find support here and continues off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and copy this resonance and carry it forward. So we will clone again and take this forward. And we'll line it up with this bottom. Let's zoom in a little more. I can already see that we got resonance, but we want to be a little more surgical. Of course, all of this mathematics could be done on a spreadsheet as well, right? Using some trig. Okay, and let's have a look. Looks like 17 cents. So we will make this $1.17. And it's the same, 369. Write that down. 100 days into the future would be minus 269. Okay. And we'll go auto and zoom in. Do we have resonance? I would say that's pretty close. Price does seem to be responding that. Okay, so now we will clone this original one. Clone. And we will try and find this top. I'm pretty close already. And right about there. Let's look at the data. Looks like 197. Could even be 198, but we'll do 197. And this is 197. Oops. 197. 100 days into the future. And let's have a look. these opens, closes. I like that. Look how this line, so this is the famous high low line that Gann would forecast. I'm getting some tidbits here. So the cycle low is actually April 26th. I know this is lower, but that's a different cycle altogether. This is the longer swinging cycle. And then um, this might actually be part of this cycle here. You can see how there's multiple, sort of like that, but I think it's more like this. But we're getting into, I'm digressing. Okay, so we can see that price is respecting that. And we can see how all of these downward facing lines show a lot of vertical fluctuations. And as the lines become more to the horizontal, we start seeing more towards support. And I got a new price level here, 50.5. So perhaps we need to split our resonance. So instead of 100 days, we're going to project half that. So now it's 200 days, so 50 cents a point. And let's do the same for, let's do the same for this guy here. $169. That's 200 days. And what have we got? Looks good. Okay, so we are getting respect with regards to 44 and 50 cent price. And we got a nice little pennant forming here. We're going to do the same thing and carry forward. So we're getting a little microscopic here, but I'm going to clone and see if we can forecast the next move. Let's really zoom in here. As you can see, we're starting to go fractal. Okay, let's have a look. 56 cents. So we'll just round that off to 56. This is all wrong. Oh, minus, right. Because it's not about price, it's about points. So this would be 44. Interesting. And then it's 200 days, right? So, okay. And that seems to resonate quite well too. We'll grab this guy and clone. This will go to the bottom of this move, which will be down here. We'll get into the traditional TA shortly. I'm thinking this is the lowest point. So we will go there. What have we got? Looks like 31 cents and $1.31 square. And it's 200 days instead of 100. Looks good. And I mean, off by a day. I almost want to move this over by one day. Gann often said he could be off by a day, but I'm gonna stick with the original. So the 31. There we are. Okay. Now, we've got a pennant forming here, or a flag, and that would be from here. It looks like it's more like so. It looks like we're going to respect this line here. And I mean, we can do the pennant like that. An ascending triangle, maybe, but I'm going to do the pennant. Yeah, right there. And that would be there. Okay, so here is our triangle. We're getting respect here, here, and so on. You can see what's happening. So traditional TA is you draw the flag, and we look for the flag pole, which would be from the bottom to the top of the pennant. Can I make this wider? Make it nice and thick. Okay, and now we're going to clone the flagpole. Clone. And I'm just going to put it right at the tip here. There's going to be a breakout somewhere. We'll probably shake out some stops before we take off to the upside. At least that's what I see. And let's zoom out and see what kind of price level we would be going to. So there is this guy right here. I'm going to create a price projection area. From there. And then maybe I'm just looking at this crosshatch here. We've got a few. Actually, I'm going to move it up to about there. Okay, so now we got a price projection. We've got a price and time angle, and it looks like we're just a little bit off. We're looking at a date to watch, which will be, so every time one of these hatches cross, that is a squaring of a time level and a price level, right? And once you nail where you think price is going to go, traditional TA, we look left and we try and see if there is resonance. So these two lines create a zone, and it looks like we have past resistance and past support, and past resistance becomes future support, and past support becomes future resistance. So it looks like we could forecast that price might take off, and the next target would be up around the 67 to 70 cent mark. So the all-seeing eye will be hanging out in this zone and seeing if this is what's going to happen. If not, we start looking at different angles. Okay, and as we zoom out, you can see the spider web of time. And we can see how, resonance starts to play out lines into the future. So the further out we go, the flatter these lines are, the greater amount of support of time versus price. So think of it like an airplane. An airplane's going to take off. If it's a short runway, it's going to try and go really steep and climb, but a plane can only climb at certain pitch before it starts to stall, right? However, if the runway is nice and long, it can make a long, stable ascent to where it wants to go, given the amount of time. And speaking of time, we're out of time. Trade safe.